Liverpool were frustrated against Manchester United as they dropped 2 points at Anfield in a 0-0 draw. The home side dominated possession and had more chances, but the visitors, arriving on the back of their midweek Champions League exit, showed resilience. Liverpool's 34 shots are the most in a Premier League game by a team that failed to score since Manchester United's 38 against Burnley in October 2016, and the 5th most in the competition's history. Erik ten Hag, who is enduring a tough season, saw a defiant performance from his team, in particular centre-back pairing Raphael Varane and Johnny Evans. Jurgen Klopp's team, who had won some recent league games despite not being at their best, could not find a way past a stubborn defense. It was not a win, but, without question, this was Manchester United's best performance of the season. A rearguard action, almost an exercise in defense versus attack, but nevertheless, they came away from Liverpool with a clean sheet and a hugely unexpected and ultimately deserved point. At last, United showed some character. The question is whether it is a one-off, a defiance given the opposition and the criticism, and the kind of display an underdog can occasionally produce, or a line in the sand. Going into this fixture, given the momentum and mood around both clubs and the 7-0 humiliation United suffered at Anfield last season, it felt almost like their best hope was damage limitation and an acceptable margin of defeat. That is how far they have fallen. That was how far expectation has plummeted, and it came after a week in which they had lost 3-0 at home to Bournemouth and exited the Champions League. With an injury crisis, the suspension of Bruno Fernandes, and the scrutiny mounting on manager Erik ten Hag. The loss of the United captain proved to be a blessing in disguise with the industrious Scott McTominay, taking the armband without any of Fernandes' histrionics, while the true leader on the pitch turned out to be Raphael Varane, who was outstanding, as was 18-year-old midfielder Kobbie Mainoo. It is a sign of United's troubled season that McTominay led the team, with ten Hag happy to sell him, as with the injured Harry Maguire last summer, while Varane has been marginalized and has a contract set to expire at the end of the season. It was the visitors that created the best chance of the match, with Rasmus Højlund forcing a smart save from Alisson Becker in the second half. That was a rare foray forwards for United, who ceded most of the territory and possession to the hosts. Liverpool had passive domination of a tepid first half and won a succession of corners. Only one forced a save from Andre Onana, as he turned over a header from Virgil van Dijk. In the second half, Trent Alexander-Arnold whistled a low drive past the post, with Liverpool mostly forced into shooting from distance. An injury-time red card for Diogo Dalot arrived too late for Liverpool to make the numerical advantage count. The draw is Manchester United's first in the Premier League this season, and will take some pressure of Erik ten Hag after poor recent performances. The point moves Liverpool up to second place in the table, ahead of Aston Villa on goal difference and 1 point behind leaders Arsenal.